Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the analysis of YOLENO TV. I hope you well from wherever you're watching this channel. I'm telling you that Moses Masika Wetangula is a speaker who is under siege. And what has it that there is attempt to send Moses Wetangula to jail? That is what activists are trying to push for. Reason being, they figure that Moses Wetangula did not abide by a court ruling. And what did this court ruling issue? The court ruling issued a directive that the Azimio are the majority and the Kenya Kwanza are the minority. That is what the courts pronounced. So because Moses Wetangula, during his response on that directive, said that
given you guidance, and I want to repeat, the upshot of the judgment of the court, in law we say we go back to the status quo ante. Status quo ante. When you go back to the status quo ante, then the House has to make a decision and a finding on who the majority is. The court has not declared any party a majority in this House. Read the judgment carefully. Don't speak from what you are hearing in the air.
That was a message he was sending to the courts, that he cannot be told what to do. In a nutshell, what Wetangula was doing with that statement is that he was attempting to disregard the ruling. So in this analysis, ladies and gentlemen, I want to take you to the latest development which has come as a result of Moses Wetangula's decision. A decision to disregard the court. So before we get further on that, ladies and gentlemen, kindly like this video. I'm so grateful for everyone who has been liking our videos. I don't take that for granted. Subscribe to our channel if you're not subscribed before, and to existing subscribers, I want to continue thanking you so much, because without you this channel wouldn't have grown. So legal experts have suggested that if courts find Wetangula guilty of contempt of court, he is to be jailed for 6 months or fined. And this case is likely to take a dramatic turn in the coming days as political tension continue rising about the balance of power in Parliament. The person who is likely to face a lot of pressure is Kimani Ichung'wah, especially based on what we saw in Mombasa when Raila Amolo Odinga walked in at a sitting where William Ruto was there, Kimani Ichung'wah was there, and a host of other leaders in Mombasa State House. What happened is that Ichung'wah had to, stand aside, and that is the kind of picture we saw there. And that feeling from Ichung'wah is quite telling us that the man is likely to face a lot of problem also after Wetangula. So Wetangula is likely to be jailed for 6 months should these activists succeed in their quest to have the courts pronounce his decision as a decision that is only portraying contempt of court. Remember, this issue of contempt of court has been disturbing the IG, Inspector General of Police. The first one was Masengeli, then the second one is Kanja, a move that forced them to appear in court because they had to respect the law. The constitution is superior and must be respected by each and every person. So when Wetangula goes to an extent of pronouncing his own decision, saying that he knows what he's doing, to going to an extent of saying that nobody can actually, correct him.
Majority leader, because Mr. Speaker, even when I sat on the seat, it is very warm, Mr. Speaker, unlike mine, which was very cold, Mr. Speaker. I didn't know the seats of Parliament have different warmth, Mr. Speaker. But Mr. Speaker, I don't foresee myself leaving this seat anytime soon. I don't see myself leaving this one anytime. But having said, Mr. Speaker, as you are aware and as you have alluded to, Mr. Speaker, there is a court ruling. A ruling of court consisting of 3-judge bench, Mr. Speaker. Mr. Speaker, A court ruling has only got two decisions, Mr. Speaker. There is no third way about it. One is to obey it, and secondly, if you have any avenue of appeal, you exercise that right of appeal, Mr. Speaker. There is no third way about it, Mr. Speaker. And the court ruling, what we went as Azimio after the election, after your decision here, Mr. Speaker, what took us to court was for the court to interpret for us the constitutionality of your decision on who is the majority party and who is the minority party in this House, Mr. Speaker.
Azimio la Umoja One Kenya Coalition Party consists of 154 members. The Kenya Kwanza Alliance consists of 165 members. Arising from foregoing, the Kenya Kwanza Coalition is the majority party. And the Azimio la Umoja One Kenya Coalition Party is the minority party in the House.
He was actually abrogating himself powers which are only left with the Constitution. The Constitution is superior. So what the judges did was simply to interpret the law and provide a direction, which they did. But because Moses Wetangula didn't want to go by that direction, he made his own stand known and pronounced that according to him, the majority leader is Kimani Ichung'wah, majority party in parliament or coalition in parliament is the Kenya Kwanza. So, ladies and gentlemen, what do you think is going to happen going forward? I know this is emboldening, or rather this is making the ODM faction appear superior, because now people like Kimani Ichung'wah ni kama wataanza kuhisi kwamba this position has been donated to him. It's not supposed. In fact, it's like he's occupying that seat, illegally. That is what is coming out, ladies and gentlemen, because the pronouncement by the courts is final. Let's take a look at this. Let's assume the courts had not pronounced that William Ruto won the elections in 2022. Would Wetangula have risen up to say that we cannot go by the court's ruling? If the courts could be respected, the decision they made back then, all Kenyans could respect that decision, why not Moses Wetangula when the courts make a pronouncement that Azimio ndo wengi? Why can't he also respect that and say that the courts have made a determination, it is up to us to abide by it? Because at the end of the day, if they are not showing us indications that they are supposed to respect the law, then who is? So personally, I think the legal experts have a point, and most likely I'm seeing Moses Wetangula behind bars. Moses Wetangula will be behind bars or pay that fine. But of course, we know that these people have a lot of money. That is not going to happen, But they might succeed, the legal experts or the activists might succeed in pushing the courts to pronounce Wetangula as a person who has gone against the law, and but of course it's not going to be jailed. We know that it's not going to be jailed, but the 6 months jail sentence is supposed to apply, and Moses Wetangula is supposed to be jailed for 6 months because hajaheshimu koti kabisa. So, ladies and gentlemen, what do you understand by this move by the activists pushing for jailing of Wetangula? Just go below in the comment section and you can offer a reaction. So perhaps if you're watching this video and you've not subscribed, take 1 second and subscribe, like this video. Until you catch up again, stay safe and stay blessed.